Cool Mini or Not has a title that has blown me away, and I want to tell you about it. Marvel Zombies, a Zombicide game. This is good for 1 to 6 players ages 14 and up, and an average game should take you about 60 minutes to play. In Marvel Zombies, a Zombicide game, the hunger takes hold after many superheroes in the Marvel Universe have been turned into zombies. You play as these infected heroes, and will be eating people to satisfy your hunger, and other objectives within the game. Marvel Zombicide is a standalone game using mostly the same Zombicide mechanics, but set in the Marvel Universe. Okay, that's a much shorter description than one would expect from the publisher, but I feel like they're just banking on Marvel Zombies to get people's attention here. And it does. It works. Marvel Zombies is a huge IP. It is a very well-loved IP by so many Marvel fans. This is a no-brainer, I think. If you are a board game player / collector especially, and you're a fan of the Marvel Universe, this game is at least on your radar, if not on your shelf. So let's talk about this game, how it caught my eye in particular, besides just being Marvel Zombies. There are other things about this game. Let's take a look at them. Now, I think the first thing that really grabbed me after Marvel Zombies is the scope of this game. Depending on how much you want to lighten your wallet, you could potentially walk away owning most of the Marvel Universe. A lot of the minor, smaller characters I haven't seen introduced. And there's a few larger characters like Alpha Flight or Captain Britain that are in the game. But generally speaking, if you take the deepest delve possible, you're going to walk out with, my guess is, 90% of the Marvel Universe playable on your table. But that's a huge scope. Let's bring this down to just the base game and talk about that for a moment. Now, the base game is built upon Zombicide, which is one of the most popular best-selling zombie-themed board games out there and has been since the day it dropped. It has a lot of variations out there already, depending on the kind of theme that you want to play, but this specifically, Marvel Zombies, is geared so heavily, I think, for how Zombicide works, that it really was a genius blend between the two. Now, another thing that just you can't ignore is the miniatures. I mean, the company is called Cool Mini or Not, isn't it? And these sculpts are absolutely amazing. These are the kind of miniatures that really, honestly, do make me wish I had fostered the time and the talent to be a decent painter, because they are crying to be painted. The look of the zombie heroes as well as the non-zombie heroes is both a beautiful thing to behold, and your eyes will be glued to the table looking at these things. They're so beautiful. They are stand out, whether you're talking about the heroes or you're talking about shield agents or Hydra zombies. Everything just stands out so perfectly on the table. And on a side note, depending again, as I said before, how deep you want to dive into the Marvel Universe, you could have some huge miniatures on your hands, such as the Sentinels or Giant Man, and of course, the big 2-foot miniature if you really emptied out your wallet, and that would be of Galactus himself. But all of the miniatures are, I guarantee you, some of the most beautiful tabletop board game superhero miniatures you've ever seen. With the amount of missions that are in this game and the possible amount of heroes, living and zombies, that you can get, there is truly a massive amount of replayability I see in this game. This game is nothing but replayability. And when you add in a lot of the extras, if you've opted for them, you're going to have rules to play both sides, whether you want to be a living hero or you want to be a zombie hero. There are rules for team versus team. You're literally playing the Marvel Universe regardless of zombie or not. This really seems to me to be, although specifically geared for Marvel Zombies, if you have the entirety of everything and all the rules and everything that you can do, this is basically Marvel Universe, the board game. It really is. The ways that you can play this game also are huge. Again, depending on which rules that you have, which expansions that you have. But you can play everything from a solo game to a co-op game to a competitive game, a team versus team game. This is option after option after option, which is something that's amazing and is needed at the board gaming table, I think. All of these different ways to play and appreciate the game. And again, as I was just mentioning before, this builds on replayability. You're never going to be able to put this game down. This is going to be a no-brainer for some individuals. I realize that. You're just going to be like me, see it, love it, jump right in. But for others, you need a reason. And I hope that some of these reasons that I've been telling you mean something. Because they did all mean something to me, which is why I did the Kickstarter back at the ultimate level that I could. But this is something that even if you're not a general fan of Marvel Zombies, but you're looking for a really good zombie-based themed game, something along the lines of Zombicide is definitely what you're looking for. And depending on what you want to put down for expansions and extras, like I said before, you could get enough rules to play so many different versions of this game set in the Marvel Universe. Playability, replayability, choices, the options, it's all insane. It really is the amount that you have of all those. So these are all the reasons why, besides being Marvel Zombies, based on Zombicide, one of the most popular zombie-themed games of all time, these are all the other reasons why it latched onto me and why I had to go in big for this. But I think that even if you're not going in big, if you just want to go in casually with one or two of the boxes, this is still going to deliver you tons of fun. Unlimited. Practically with the replayability, from solo to competitive to co-op. Why don't you go take a look for more information? Maybe I just whet your appetite. Maybe you've heard all you need to hear. I'm not sure, but there is a lot more information out there. Go, find out, inform yourself, my friends. And I think at the very least, this will end up on your radar, if not your shelf and your table. So go, check out more information on Cool Mini or Not's Marvel Zombies, a Zombicide game.